Hey Eastern Stars, welcome back to another great school year here at Eastern Elementary School. I'm Miss Kaufman, and whether it's your first year or your sixth year here at Eastern Elementary, we have some things that we gotta show you. They're new this year. Now I know a lot of people have been saying, man, I wish things could just go back to normal. But why go back to normal when you could go forward to awesome? So I hope that you guys are ready to join me on an awesome school year ride of a lifetime. Let's do this! Woo-hoo! Wow! Oh, that's faster than I remember it being last year. All right, let's get started. All right, so this video is just for you second graders because there are 3 second grade classrooms. So while everybody else is just dividing the playground in half for 2 classrooms, you guys are gonna split it up into 3 different zones. Zones 1, 2, and 3. So each day, your classroom will be assigned to a zone. So maybe, let's say on Monday, it might be Mrs. LeBerry's turn to be in zone 1, Mrs. Fack's turn to be in zone 2, and Miss McConnell's turn to be in zone 3. That's gonna rotate every single day, so you'll get the chance to play in each zone. So you'll have a different zone every single day. So you're probably thinking to yourself, Miss Kaufman, I've been on our playground before. 3 zones, how on earth are you gonna do that? Great question. Let me introduce you to all the different zones. That way you can put it in your brain bank and remember, this is where the zones are. All right, guys, let's get started. Buckle up. Here we go. All right, second grade. So I just walked out of the doors that you come in the morning or that you'll leave when you go to recess. And I'm walking down the path just this way. So to make it super simple, zone number 1 is going to be the first zone that you come to. This zone has some beautiful grass that you could play soccer or football in. In the wintertime, you could even build a snowman. Straight ahead, you'll also see you guys have 3 basketball hoops in zone 1. There's even a couple areas right here where you can maybe play foursquare or draw with chalk. Isn't that awesome? So zone 1 is the first zone that you'll come to, and you will see here that we have cones going in a straight line back. That's so that way we know where zone 1 ends and where zone 2 begins. So check it out. If you are in zone 1, you can go all the way back to that gate and all the way over to that gate on the other side. I think that zone 1 is going to be a ton of fun for you guys. All right, second graders, you guys are smart. What comes after zone 1? Zone 2, that's right. So right now I'm standing in zone 1 where you get that whole side of the basketball court. Now all we have to do is keep walking to find our way to zone 2. Zone 2 is the other side of the basketball court and the other side of the field. So just like zone 1, it's kind of like a mirror image. That means that they're the same on both sides. You just flip the picture back and forth. So zone 1, and then turn this way, zone 2. Remember those cones that I showed you for zone 1? That helps us know that on this side it's zone 1 and on that side it's zone 2. For zone 2, you can go all the way over to the edge of the building. And then do you see this line of cones? That's your boundary. You can't go past that line of cones. So when you are out here and you're on a zone 2 day, you could play over here in the field, you could play on the basketball courts, you could have a nice little conversation with some friends. You can go all the way over to the edge of the building. So let's take a little peek right here. See this brick wall? We're gonna pretend that there's an invisible line from the corner of the brick wall, all the way to those cones, all the way to the far cone, all the way back to the gate. All right, you guys, behind me here is our play structure for zone 3. So remember, if you walked out of the building, first you would come to zone 1, the field with the basketball court. If you walk through zone 1, you get to zone 2, the basketball court with the field. And then you get to zone 3, where you get to play on the structure. So over here, you might be thinking, oh man, Miss Kaufman, I really like to play football or soccer, but if I'm on the structure, will I have room in the field? You sure will. Take a peek. See these cones? Those cones are the divider for zone 2 and 3. You have this whole section of field. You have some tables that you could sit on with your friends, and you have, of course, the play structure to play on. Friends, I'm so excited for you to get to be in zones 1, 2, or 3. I think that you're going to use your imagination, play some new games, and have a ton of fun with your friends in zones 1, 2, and 3. Second grade, I hope that you are remembering you have a couple rules to follow. Turn and tell a neighbor a rule that you might remember from playground last year or your old school. I'll give you a second. A new rule that we have at Eastern is that you don't have to wear your masks on the playground. When you come out to the playground, because you're in fresh air and spread out from all the other classes and kids, you don't have to wear your mask. You can take it off and take in that fresh air and take a little break. Now, something that's not a new rule. What do you guys remember about the cones? Are the cones supposed to be used to be a megaphone? No, they're not meant to be a megaphone. Are they meant to be used to do bottle flip tricks? Definitely not. That's how they break. Are they allowed to be thrown like a football or kicked like a soccer ball? No way. Second grade, it is so important, more than ever, that these cones stay on the ground where they are. I wonder if you can think of why it's really important that this year they stay on the ground where they are. Can you think? This year, the cones are showing us what zone we're allowed to be in. To stay in our zones, it's gonna be a little bit difficult, but it's gonna keep everybody safe. So when you know what zone your classroom is in, you're gonna stay in that zone and not touch the cone. Stay in your zone, don't touch the cone. Great job, second grade. Quick pop quiz, let's do this thing. Now, second grade, don't be fooled. You may see a cone and you may see the basketball courts, but take a bigger picture to figure out, what zone is Miss Kaufman standing in right now? If you think you know what zone Miss Kaufman is in right now, can you snap your fingers? Snap your fingers if you know what zone Miss Kaufman's in right now. Turn and whisper to a neighbor. What zone do you think Miss Kaufman is in right now? If you said zone 2, you are right. Great work. All right, friends, let's see if you can remember what zone ends at the brick wall and begins with the structure. There are our cones that create our boundary. All the way from here over is all for you. Any ideas what zone this could be? Hold up on your fingers what zone you think this might be. If you're showing me zone 3, you are spot on. Great work, second grade. Second graders, if you know what zone this is, I want you to tap your head. Gently, don't hurt your brain. If you know what zone this is, go ahead and tap your head. If you need a hint, there's a cone right over there, and it goes all the way back. We're along this side of the playground. It's the one closest to your classroom door. Can you remember what zone this is? Zone, drum roll please, zone 1. That's right, zone 1. All right, second grade. Can you do this for me? Can you remember zones 1, 2, and 3? So that way you can have a great day on the playground? I think you can. Second graders, zones 1, 2, and 3 are special just to you. Other kids in the buildings may have different zones. Try not to get confused if you see other signs or cones. When it's your turn for recess, you have 3 zones, zones 1, 2, and 3. All right, second grade, man, I hope I can join you guys for recess. I know you're going to have a blast on the playground. This is Miss Kaufman signing off, wishing you a very great day. Bye, second grade.